Okay, this is going to be part 2 of installing and configuring your blog or website with WordPress. Okay, in part 1 we went through putting the themes in and everything, and now we're going to edit the theme and we're going to put a custom header in it. So let's look at our site. We've got a picture right here. We're going to replace this picture with a custom header. Now I have a program that's free that you can download off the internet. It's a real good program for making headers, and it is free, and it's called xheader.com, or xheader, and you get it at xheader.com. And they have a lot of nice templates in here if you want to use one of those from these different categories. But we're going to make a custom header, so we're not going to use any of those. We're going to create a blank header. Alright, here's the big question. First off, what size do we want it? Well, we want it 860 by 200. Now, how do I know that? That's a good question. I'll show you. Open FileZilla, and you'll log into your server where all your files are for your blog. And mine is astrology site.info. Over here, that goes right in this box here for the host, your actual web address. You can leave the port empty, don't put anything in there. Your server type is going to be FTP, logon type will be normal. Your username and password are going to be the same as your login and password for your control panel on your hosting service. So we're going to use the same ones you saw me set up, admin and admin. And that's all you have to fill in there, and then you go down here to connect. Now when the files come up on the left, those are the ones that are on your computer, and the ones on the right will be the ones on your server. Okay, over on this right side, these are all the ones on the server. You're going to go into the public underscore HTML folder. That's where all your files should be. And then WP content. Open that folder. And here's the folder for themes right here. That's where all your themes are. And here's the one we installed, clean copy. So we'll open that. And we took clean copy right sidebar was the one we chose. So we're going to open that folder. And then here's the images, so open that folder. Now there's the header that comes default with that theme, and we're going to download that to our desktop. So click your desktop over here on the left. We don't want it to get lost, we want to be able to find it, so we'll make sure we put it right where we know it's at. So we'll right click, download, and it'll put it on the desktop for us. So there it is right here. Now, here's how you find out the size. You just select it and right click and properties. Over here on details, click on that, and right down here, there it is, 860 by 200 pixels. So that's how you know what size graphic you're dealing with, and you can do that with any graphic file. So that's the size we're going to make the header. So we'll go back into this program, xheader. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert an image. I got a real nice picture of Saturn that I'll put in here on my desktop. I must have put it in my graphics folder. And you can change this view to icons, makes it easier to spot stuff like that. Saturn. Okay, I had to track down the picture because I had put it in a folder. So we're going to insert an image right here. And when that opens up, we'll select Saturn. Right here it is. Go down and open. And there it is in the picture. Let's center it Move it over to the side and adjust it, and we'll leave that the way it is. Then this spot over here where it's blank, we're going to fill that with a color. So we'll take the square fill and choose a color here. I'm going to go with sky blue, I think. So we'll use that, and you just put your cursor up there and draw your box, and there it is. There's your color. And then you can adjust it with these little nodes. So it fills the entire box. Okay, that's done. Now we're going to put text in there, so we'll select the text tool right here, and we can pick our font right here. We'll go with TaTa. And size, you can change your size here to whatever you want. Make it bold, italic. You can give it effects such as outline, chisel, embossed. And we're going to call this astrology and horoscopes. Now once you got that typed in there, you just go up in the box here, any place with your cursor, and it will drop that right in there. So we'll just select right here, and there it is. It drops it right in there. Now it's the color of the background, sky blue, so we're going to change that. We can make it a dark blue. See what that looks like, or you can make it black, or white would be okay for that. We'll go with even a darker color like navy blue would look okay. We'll go, let's pick the seashell. That's kind of white. Now I'm going to put this on 3 lines and make that capital there, which I forgot or missed. Now you can't really do a lot with this program. It is free, so it's a little bit limited, so you can't center it or move it to the left or right. You have to do that down here in the box. And we're going to leave that just the way it is. But you can experiment and play around with it. I'm going to choose a different color for that background. I'm going to go with the royal blue. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, that's done. Now all we have to do is save it, save as, and you're going to save this as a JPG file. And you have these choices here. You have very good, excellent, superb. We're going to take superb, and we'll save it on our desktop and call it header 1. And the reason we're calling it header 1 is because there's already a file called header in that folder, which we're going to switch this one with. So there, it's saved on the desktop. So now we'll go back into FileZilla, hit F5, and that refreshes your desktop. And down here should be header 1. There it is right there. So we'll go ahead and right click and upload. So now you got header and you got header 1. We're going to delete header. Right click, go down to delete, and then on header 1 right click and rename, and we're going to change that to header, and then hit enter, and that's done. So now when we go into our site and we refresh, it will give us the new header, just like that. There it is. Now we got a problem here because it's not showing the whole picture here, and I'm going to show you how you fix that. So we'll go back into the main dashboard or control panel, over here on this side in appearance you have editor. So click on editor. Now be very careful when you get into this file and you start editing. I would advise you to download this file to your desktop with FileZilla. It's the style sheet. It's called style sheet, Cascade style sheet. It's called style.css. I would download that just in case you screw this all up. Then you have it and you can upload it again and correct your mistakes. Now here's header right here, this line of text right here, 860 by 150 pixels. And we're going to make the 150 250 and then update the file. Now let's go back and look at the site, and when I click on refresh you'll be able to see the entire picture of Saturn. So there it is. That's how you do that. And we're going to do one other thing. We're going to get rid of this menu selection up here for our pages, because we're going to do a menu down the side with all our links, and that's going to be in that same file. So appearance, editor, and Cascade style sheet again. On this particular theme it is going to be down here in menu ULLIA, and you can write this down on a piece of paper before you change anything, just in case you hit the wrong or correct or edit the wrong one. Then you can always fix it. So the font size on that's 15. We're going to make it 0, and we're going to save, update that file. So now let's go back and look at the site, and it's there right now. Watch when I refresh, it's gone. So that's how you edit and put a custom header in this program. And the one program, like I said, is free. It's called xheader, and you can get it from xheader.com. It's a little bit limited, but it's kind of a nice program, especially since it's free. And it's completely functional. You don't have a 30-day trial period or anything like that. Alright, the next step that we're going to do is we're going to start installing plugins and configuring them and showing you everything that they do. So you go over here to the left, plugins, click this arrow, and that opens it up. You go to install, it'll show you the ones that are already in there. There's only 2. Akismet, that's a spam filter, so people can't spam your blog. And Hello Dolly, I have no idea what that is. I always delete it. So I get rid of that one. Now, when you activate this Akismet, you have to have a API code, API key that you get from Wordpress.com. So I'm going to type that in there. And we'll go to that site. Now you will have to sign up here and get an account with them. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and actually it's got a lot of good advantages because there's a lot of good stuff on this site. And then over here on the side, go over to my account and profile, and it's in your personal settings. This little number right here is my special number that WordPress has assigned to me. So you just copy that, go back a couple pages, and we will configure this. It's over here in plugins. Down here it says Akismet configuration, so click on that, and then in this little box here we'll paste that code number that they gave me. Put a check mark in here, automatically discard spam, click update options, and you're done. That plugin is now installed and activated and working. Now let's see, we're going to go add some more. We'll go here. Now you can do a search. There are literally thousands and thousands of plugins out there for anything, just about anything you can think of. And there's one particular one that I use that I don't have on my computer, and I'm going to get it here by searching for it. And it's right here, Read More Here it's called, and I'll show you what that does later after we get it installed. So you click on install, then install now, and it's installed. Click activate, and now it's good to go. So we'll go to the site, and we don't have any post or anything in here yet, so we're going to put something in there. So what I'll do is I'll go out on the internet and I'll look for an article to post. Now when you do this, be sure to type astrology articles for republish. If you don't have republish rights on it, it's plagiarism unless you get the author's permission. And if you type republish, you'll see them come up on here. Let's see here. Here we are, right here. A huge collection of articles that you can freely republish. So they're giving us permission to republish this. And it said there was some astrology ones here, so let's see what they have. I'm going to pause the video for a minute while I look for them. Alright, I've got an article here, and I highlighted all of it and selected it, and I copied it to my clipboard. Now I'm going to paste it into the post box. We'll get rid of this generic post that's in there. And just paste. There it is, it's in there. Now let's get the title. Is astrology a real science? Is the name of this particular article. Let's copy and close this site. We don't need it anymore, and we'll put it up here in the title. Paste. Over here, click update, and it is now published. Whenever you get articles off the internet like that, I always run spell check, because you tend to see a lot of misspelled words. This one here doesn't have anything misspelled, it said so. Now, the plugin that we just installed, the Read More, let's go back here and look at this for a minute. Right there, Read More right here. I'm going to show you what that does. Go back to our post. As you put more and more posts on your page, it's going to keep going down the center of your site, and you don't want to have a page that's 3 miles long. So what you do is you drop your cursor someplace here, and I'm going to do it right behind here. Yet true astrology is very perplexing because it can be very real. I'm going to put the celestial, and I'm going to drop it there. Celestial bodies, and then you go up here, click on insert more, and it puts it right here. There's more. So let's update. Now that shortens the article, and then if the person wants to read the entire thing, let's view the post right here. Refresh. And I'm going to disable comments here because I don't want people posting on here. Depending on what kind of blog you have, you may or may not want people to be able to post comments. And click at it, allow comments right there, take that check mark out. Always leave allow pings in here. Remember, we talked earlier in the first video about your site being pinged by the search engines. And also select a category. We'll select that one right there. Now you see how the read more put this little note here, read the rest of the story. So if someone's looking at your blog and they see this article and they start reading a few lines and they're interested in it, you just click read the rest of the story, and it opens up the entire story for you right there. Now it says no comments, and when I click on comments, it says comments are closed. You cannot post any because I don't want it open. So that's what that read more does. So now we'll go in and install some more plugins. Got a lot of real good ones. So click Add New. Now the rest, a lot of them I got on my computer, so I'm going to just go to Upload and Browse. And then, let me move this screen down. Over here in my WordPress folder is where I have them all. So we're going to get all-in-one SEO pack. And what that does, you configure that so the search engines can find you, such as Google. And if you don't do it, it's going to have a hard time getting your site listed on the internet. Now it says up here it must be configured. Go to admin page, so we'll click on that. And right here, very important, it's by default it's disabled. Make sure you put the little dot in the enabled box. If it's not enabled, it won't work. Home title, so we'll put astrology and horoscopes. And you're going to want to put a description in here. I'm not going to bother typing all that out right now. And then your keywords separated by comma. So we'll do a couple. Horoscopes, comma, zodiac signs, astrological signs, and so on and so forth. And like I said, separate them with comma. The rest of this down here you don't have to do anything with. Use categories for meta keywords, put a check mark in that box. Leave everything else set the way it is by default. And then you just click update. And that's how you configure that one. Now that plugin is also set over here in your settings now. Remember I told you before that as you add plugins they're going to show up over here. So it's right here if you need to change anything in it. So we'll go get another one. And same thing, upload from my own computer. Okay, let's go with Google Sitemap Generator. This will generate a XML sitemap, so when your site gets pinged, the search engines can find it. So that's important to have that on there. Now it says here there's a new version available, so we'll just upgrade automatically right here. And anytime you see that message in your plugins, just do it automatically like that. It's a new one for SEO, so we'll do that. And return to plugins. And then later in settings now you'll have this Google Sitemap over here, XML sitemap right here. We'll click on that and look at it, and have check marks in all these, and this will build a sitemap. It says here the sitemap wasn't built yet, click here to build it. We're not going to do that yet because we don't have enough stuff on this site to build the sitemap. We want to do that when we're finished, and then it will automatically build that every time you add new content and send it out to the search engines. Alright, let's go add another plugin. And again, we'll go to my computer and upload it. Browse. Okay, let's go with WP Article Fetch. Now this is a pretty neat plugin. What you can do is set this on automatic, and while you're sleeping at night it'll go out on the internet and find new articles and post them on your site without you doing anything. So now that's over here in the settings. If you look on the left over here, Article Fetch. So you go into that and you have all these categories. They have astrology is in here, I saw it. So we'll choose that one and click update. It puts it over in this box. And then over here in the keyword box, put astrology. And let's see, horoscopes. And it will find articles based on your keywords. So you can put more in here. I'm just going to do a couple just so you get the idea. And update options. Now down here You can tell it how many articles you want. Post however many articles per day. I'll put one per day and post one article now. And then click update, and it will go out and find an article in just a matter of a few minutes on the internet about horoscopes, and it'll post it to your site. So you always got fresh content on there, and that's good for search engines. Google and the other search engines don't like old and stale websites. They want fresh content all the time. Alright, let's go over here for a minute. Look at there, it already went out and found one. It comes from Mars under category astrology, and it says it was published 4 hours ago on somebody's site. So there, we already went out and found a article for us. So that's basically how that one works. Now we're going to get some more plugins. Go to upload again, browse, and let's see, simple sidebar navigation. That's another one that I use all the time, and I'll show you what that does. That's a good one to have. Activate plugin. Now that's also over here in the settings over here on the side. You see simple side nav, click on that, and that's it right there. So where you're going to go to find that is up here under appearance, widgets, and click on widgets, and there it is right there, sidebar 1 and sidebar 2, or nav top sidebar, and we're going to grab it right here and drag it up there and drop it right in that spot there. Now I'm going to create a custom link. Home will be the home page, which is just your website address, astrologysite.info. So I'm going to copy and paste that in there for the link, add custom link, and there it is. Now it's in there. So I'll go down here and save, and in your sidebar you're going to have a link to your home page. Now every time you create a new page, it's going to put the link in there automatically for you. So let's visit site, and there's home right there. Now next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a video page, so you'll have astrology videos, and that takes a plug-in for that one too. First we'll create the page. Under pages, add new, and we'll call this astrology videos. And right in this box here, you're going to type in brackets, in the bracket like this, tube press. TUBEPRESS, and then another bracket behind it, and that is all you have to do to that page, and that's going to be a video page once we install the plugin. So we'll publish that, and then when we go back and we look at our sidebar, you'll see that we have a link for that now. Simple sidebar navigation. See, it put it right here automatically. When you created the page, it puts it there, so you just click on it, add page, and it moves it over there in that side. And then you go down and you save and close. Now when we look at the site, there's going to be two links on the side, home and astrology videos, and there they are. So now let's get the plug-in for the videos so we can see how videos look on there. And we'll go back here to plugins again, add new, and I'll upload it from my computer. And the actual plugin is called TubePress. And right there it is. So we'll open, install now, activate, Now we'll go to the site and look at it, and when we click on the video page, there's going to be a bunch of videos. Oops, no, I forgot to configure it. I'm sorry. Let's go back and do something else. Over here on the side, here's TubePress now over in the settings, so click on that. And right here, YouTube search for, put a dot in that box, and we'll take Stuart's Daily Show out of there, and we'll put astrology, and that's what it will go on YouTube and look for, is anything with astrology. That's all you have to do on this page. Don't change anything else, and then click Save. Now when we look at the site and we go to our video page, we're going to have videos on it. And there they are, the Big Bang Theory. Let's see, Bill Nye on astrology, whoever he is, the history of everything. And there's, right now it's showing at least 15 pages of videos that it just went and got off of YouTube. So that's how you do a video page. Now let's go get another one. See how it automatically put that read more now in that post that it went out on the internet and got. So we're going to go to plugins, add new, and upload, browse, and let's go down and get simple hit counter. We're going to put a little counter down at the bottom. Install now, activate. Alright, simple hit counter right here. We're going to go to the plugin site, and it's going to give us a little snippet of PHP code to put down in the footer. It's right here. All you do is just highlight it and copy, and go back to your site. And now we're going to go to Appearance, Editor again. That's where that Cascade style sheet was. Only this time we're going over here on the right, and we're going to get the footer file, footer PHP. So let's open that. And here's the stuff that it already says down at the footer. We're going to drop this code right in behind that. Just Control V will paste it, and you can see it right there, and just update the file. And now we visit the site, and we go down to the bottom, and there's the number 1. Now watch as I hit refresh. Number 2, number 3, number 4. So now you can keep track of how many people visit your website with that little number down there. So we got some more plugins we're going to use. Add new. And let's see, this time we're going to get one called Tiny MCE Advanced. And I'll show you exactly what that does. Install, activate, and it did. Now when you go to your site and you want to edit, click on edit to put something in a post or any page. You have a very limited toolbar here. Since we put that Tiny MCE in here, it will give you a toolbar that's very much like WordPerfect or Microsoft Word. So click on this, this drops down a second one, and you can change your font size, your paragraphs, colors, center text, left text, put hyperlinks in, everything, just like Microsoft Word. And that's what that Tiny MCE plugin does. So now that's installed, and let's go get some more. There is just about no limit to what you can't do with this program. Okay, we'll browse my computer again. I got a couple more on here I know I want to use. Let me see here. Again, simple hit counter, sensitive venture, travel blue, TubePress. article fetch, we did that one, and I think that's it right now off of my computer, but I do want to go out and get another one called All-in-One. Click on search. All-in-One right here, and search plugins, and this down here about the middle of the page is All-in-One bookmarking button. So go over here to the right and click install, and then install now, and activate plugin, and now that's activated. And I'll show you what that does. Now it says there's a new version of TubePress available, upgrade automatically, so we'll click on that and it updates it. It's done. Return to plugin page. Now let's go to the website again and hit refresh. Now at the bottom of your post, let me go back here, I'm sorry, because we put that all-in-one bookmark in there. Now watch, when I go and I read the rest of this story, down at the bottom of it, it's going to have this little icon. Gotta get off this page, go to this one here. Not showing up. Did I activate that? Let's take a look. Installed. All-in-one bookmark. Oh, I don't see it. All-in-one updater for that. I don't think it installed. Let's go back and get it again. Add new. Do a search. All-in-one bookmarking button. Oh, I see what I did. I clicked on the one that was right under it. Okay, install. Activate. And now when you look at your site, at your posts, there it is. There's your share button. So every time you post an article, you'll have this share button under it. And if you click on this, it opens up and you can send this article out to all these social networks, so our bookmark sites. There's probably, I don't know, there must be at least 40 of them in this list. Now you have to go to each of these and open an account with them, which I did already. It's time consuming, but you just have to do it one time. And once you've got your account with each of these, like Facebook and Jeeves, Links a Go-Go, Dig, you just over here it already put the title in this is Astrology a Real Science. It's got the link to your page and it's got part of the text, and then in this box here for tags you do your keywords such as horoscope, astrology, and separate them by a comment, and then you click submit and it will send this post out to all these different sites, and those will give you backlinks to your blog or your website, which is very important. I think that's where we're going to stop this video now, because I believe we've put all the plugins in that I plan on using for the time being. If I think of any other ones, I'll do that. So we'll pause right here, and that'll be the end of part 2.